In this short video, what we're going to do is some orientation to the keypad itself on the Victor Reader New Generation. So what we're going to do is work from the top to the bottom. So across the top there are 3 buttons. In the top left hand corner there's a little square button, and that is the go-to key. Very helpful. You can go to files or parts of documents, but we'll go into that in more detail a bit further. The second key along is a round key, and it is the Wi-Fi key. This is how you switch between the 2 bookshelves, the basic bookshelf and the Wi-Fi bookshelf. And the third key, which is a little square key but set in a diamond formation, it is the Bookmark Key. And that's another very useful key because you can bookmark where you are in a document so you can quickly come back and find things. Again, we'll go through that in more detail in another video. Underneath these 3 keys there is a little space, and then there's just a regular keypad layout that you'd find on any phone or even calculator. So it has the numbers 1 through to 9 in the first 3 rows, and then on the bottom row they've got, on the bottom left hand corner there's a star key, the middle one is the 0 key, and then the one on the bottom right hand corner is the hash key. There are 4 keys on the keypad that are a different colour. These are the number 2, the 4 key, the 6 key and the 8 key, and they really are your navigation keys when you want to find your way around. And apparently they are an orangey colour, I'm told, reliably, and that's how you are able to navigate your way around. It's a bit like having the arrow keys. The 5 key, which is in the very middle, it has 2 dots on it on either corner. And that is the go-to key, or sorry, the where am I key. That's a very important one, where am I key. If we go below this set of keys here, we'll find that there are another group of keys down the bottom. There's an ovalish shaped key. This key is the date and time key. It's also the sleep key. So if you're reading, you can set it to turn off in 15 minutes, 30 minutes or an hour. So very helpful, because when you go to sleep the book keeps on going and you find it very difficult to find your place the next morning. The very bottom there are 3 keys. There are in the very middle it is like a rectangle key. Again, I'm told it's an orangey coloured key for those with low vision or any vision. That is the play and pause button. On either side of that, to the left, we call that the rewind key, and to the right, it's the fast forward key. They're like triangular shaped keys. That's very important because if you want to go forward or backwards during a document, this will take you in, depending on how you've got it set up, it can take you in increments of 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever. So it's a good way of being able to skim through a document or a book or a file or whatever you might be reading. If we go back up and just have a look at some of these other keys again, because there are a couple of important ones that that may assist you. For instance, all of these keys have multiple functions. So that means that if you hold down the number 1 key, which is what we call our bookshelf key, that's if we normally just tap it, it will just give us a bookshelf. But if we hold it in, it will take us into the user guide. Okay. Again, to get out of that user guide, you hold it in again and it'll take you out of the user guide. As you go across, we said that the number 2 was an arrow key. The number 3 key is a delete key. If you want to delete a file, that's what you have to go and push. But don't worry about deleting things unnecessarily or accidentally, because it'll always ask you to confirm when you want to delete something with the confirmation key, which is the hash key, which is in the bottom right hand corner. So the other keys that are important on the keypad as well, the number 7 key It takes you into various menus where that you might want to access to be able to set up the Victor Reader so it reads in a particular way. By holding down the 7 key, you'll find what it'll do. It'll give you a choice of what voice you want to have read your text files with, whether it be Lucy or Tyler, or you might have some other voice loaded onto your Victor Reader. Over on the right hand side, on the number 9 key, that gives you different reading formats. It's one that I actually haven't used myself, but I'm sure for the more adventurous you might find something useful there for you. The star key, which is in the bottom left hand corner, it's an important key because if it's normally the cancel key. If you've made a mistake, you can cancel something, so that's an important thing. But also, if you hold it in, it'll put it on keyboard lock. Now this is handy because if you're reading a book and you've got it in your pocket and you're out walking or maybe on a train or whatever and you're bumping around, if you've got it on the keypad lock, then it means that if you accidentally bump any of the other buttons, it won't take you off and do other things. But remember, to get the keypad lock off, you've got to push the 1, 2, 3 keys in sequence. 1, 2, 3, and then it takes that off. The other thing is the hash key is the confirmation key, and that's an important one. That to confirm any functions that you're doing, you press that and it just confirms what they do. As you can see, that it's a very simple layout with the 3 keys across the top, the go-to key, the wireless key, and the bookmark key. Underneath that we've got the keypad key with all the 9 digits and plus the star and hash key, and then underneath that really the play and stop key with the fast forward and rewind key with the time and date oval key just above those.
For more videos in this series, please check out the SVRC website, svrc.vic.edu.au.